Welcome back to our channel. So we're right now back in New York. All four of us came back. We did leave about a few days ago. So we've been back and we've been here over the weekend. We were just really very tired. So we were having a hard time, just discussing anything. But right now we're in New York and we have our first child who is going to be going to Israel tomorrow night. And so as you can see, we're trying to pack up everything for him. So there is an art to packing. You got to get everything that he needs for a year in either one or two suitcases. So he doesn't really have quite enough for two suitcases, and thank God I have another kid going, so he'll take two, because between them they'll have enough for the second suitcase. But right now I'm just going to pack enough for this one son, one suitcase. So as you can see, we have all the stuff around. I like to put everything around, and I like to pick and choose what I put into the suitcase and how I put it. So if you look on my look at a suitcase, it is packed. Usually I pack so well, you can't get your finger in anything, but I know 50 pounds is not really a lot for a suitcase. And the suitcase weighs something, so we're down to like 42 pounds. So I'm really not so worried about space this time, but I'm trying anyway. So Yisroel is actually our youngest that is going to Israel. We've had 9 kids already go. Some of them, the girls went for 1 year, and the boys started off going for 1 year. They all ended up for at least 2. And there's really a reason behind it. I also went, and I'm from Los Angeles, and in Los Angeles, everybody basically goes to Israel after, if you come from a Jewish school, everybody goes to Israel after high school, the year after high school. In New York, from Jewish schools, it isn't so much like that, but there's a reason for it. We want to learn about Israel, the land of Israel, the culture, what the people are like, and just to be infused with the land, the land and its aura. I know that anybody who goes there, you could just stop any American, any European, anybody on the street who's there visiting, and they'll just say there's something special about Israel, and you just don't have it any other place. So I want my kids to feel that. It's also that that's the year when everybody goes at that age. So I want them to go at the age when they're having a lot of their peers there. So anybody that they meet on the street, or I should say maybe 80% of the kids that they meet on the street all graduated the year before. So it's a very nice environment. You become friends with people from all schools, all walks of life. And I just think that it's a really great experience. My kids, I find that they grow up a little bit as long as you have an intention to do that. Sometimes they don't. And they learn a lot. They learn a lot about themselves, and it's just a really great year. They become more independent. And I think it's just a great year. I don't like to call it gap year. I will never, ever call it a gap year. I don't believe in anything being a gap year. I feel that the holiness of the land of Israel far exceeds anything that you can gain anywhere in the world. And to say that it's a gap year because you're just not ready to get to college yet, and college is really your focus and your goal, and that's the end all and be all. It's very nice to have goals and to set dreams, but I want the appreciation of the land of Israel to be part of that, and it's a perfect year to do it. So we've got our youngest going. It's really very exciting. He's going to be going first. After him is going to be Yisroel, who's the next youngest, and then after that will be Aaron, who is not the next youngest, but the sixth kid. So it's kind of exciting. You're going to have to do this over and over again for the next couple of days. So in terms of COVID, Israel is very, very careful. And for the past, I think, week, my husband has been getting emails from Yisroel school about different forms that he has to fill out. So he got all these forms, and he has to fill them out. We don't even have a printer, so he has to fill them out, print them at work, bring them home. So today, while we were in Costco, he got another form. He's like, Aviva, you're filling that one out. Okay, I don't mind filling out one form or any form. It's no problem with me. But before he even showed it to me, he filled out the form. And then he gets this notice in Hebrew that says, okay, thank you. The form is good until 5:30 p.m. tomorrow. He looks at me and he says, That's 24 hours from now. Does that mean I have to fill it out again since the flight's 11:30? I'm like, I think so. So he did it all for nothing. But it's just tons and tons of forms that they make you fill out. They ask you questions, how you're feeling, and I don't even know what all the forms say because my husband filled them out. But there were tons of forms. He has to bring his birth certificate with him. He has to bring the forms with him on the plane, and I hope he's not going to say anything really stupid to the customs people. He's not bringing anything he's not allowed to. He's not bringing electronics. He's not bringing anything like that. He is bringing new shoes. I hope he doesn't say anything dumb. Okay, so also in terms of secular college, in terms of getting credits, this is not a wasted year because most colleges will accept the credits that you get from the year in Israel. Some kids will prepare from beforehand. So there are a lot of schools that you can go through and say that you're a student of that school. For example, I know that Touro College in New York, a lot of people will apply to Touro. And a Touro, if they will accept them, and you have to have the grades for Touro, if they'll accept them, then Touro will count this year in Israel as their freshman year abroad rather than junior year abroad and give the kids credit for that. Right now, Yisroel isn't thinking about that, but I know that when he comes back, if he decides to go to college right away, then he'll be able to ask any college if they'll accept the credits. Usually it's just they'll give you blank credits, and in other words, it won't be credits toward a major, but it would just be credits, they'll be like elective credits. And a lot of what he's going to be learning in Israel is going to be a lot of philosophy, a lot of history. So those are very bona fide courses that you can take in any college. So he would get credit for those automatically in any college. Bye, Yisroel! Oh, we're gonna miss you. Okay, do you want to stop at Dunkin' on the way?
Donuts. Yisroel, you excited to go?
Are you excited?
Look at the camera, Yisroel. Funny.
Are you excited to go? I guess he's nervous since he won't look at the camera.
Yeah, he's probably a little shy. He's camera shy. Okay, go. Go to the car. You're going to miss your flight. Bye, Yisroel. Bye, Yisroel. Turn around and look at me and wave. Bye, Yisroel. Have fun.